What is going on, everybody? Shibarium is live. If you had a Bitcoin long, god damn it. 28,300 is what it dipped down to. Seems to have swept all of the money up, all the liquidity every which way. Does that mean we can move back up to 30,000? I don't know yet, but I did take another long at 28,003 and it's already pumping. So feeling pretty good. Oh, and if you want to log into Shibarium and you want to try Shibarium yourself, all you have to do is go to shibarium.shib.io and stare at a blank screen for a while. I want to say, because who knows? This is not financial advice. I'm always right.
It's your boy Bleeve. Everybody listen up. Let's get it. I'm trying to put money in your pocket, that crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways, I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 I'm always right.
What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great evening. My name is Bleeves. This is Bedtime with Bleeves. We are here because Shibarium has now launched and the price is absolutely pumping to the moon. And I don't know why they buried the moon underground. We are in a gigantic fall, and I don't know where the bottom is right now. But to keep you guys informed, I sold my SHIB long, made a little profit off of it, sold it again, made a little profit off of it again. Then I shorted it for a few minutes. I didn't want to short it for very long. Made a little bit more money off of it. Then waited, and at $1.20, I got into a bone long. And if this holds up, I think my stop loss is somewhere at 98 cents. So if we go down below 98.7 cents, I'm going to get liquidated. But if we don't, I'm going to hold that thing for a long, long time. And we should make out like bandits on bone. But I don't hold any SHIB now because that had to go into the bone for right now, because I feel like bone is probably going to have a significant run, and it'll have a significant run before we see the SHIB run start. That's my guess. I'm making a calculated sort of guess on what's going to happen here because I don't know for sure. But here's what I do know. Here's what I know. If you come over here right now and we check out, this is SHIB token on X, Twitter, whatever the fuck you call it now, and it says, the one thing, like, look, guys, before I do this, the one thing that should make everything easy is that you should make cryptocurrency accessible to the masses. The one thing that prohibits cryptocurrency from being adopted by the masses is the difficulty of adoption. So that in mind, how easy did Shibarium and SHIB make it for this launch? Well, let's go look. So if you go Guts, oh God, Guts. Where's Guts? It's a goddamn cat. So we've got 1 hour ago, we've got curious about the magic of Shibarium and Satoshi, sat down with Cointelegraph to dive into all things Shibarium. So we got an interview here with Shiboshi or with Satoshi about this. And then we've got over here, shib.io. Now, this is shib.io. If you go here and you go to Shibarium, we're going to click on go to Shibarium right here. We're going to click on it and nothing happens. Now, I have disabled everything. So there's no pop-up blocker. There's no ad blocker. There's nothing here to stop any kind of trading. So it's not compatible right now with Google Chrome. And I've seen a bunch of other people who've been trying to do this with Firefox. They've been trying to do it with Microsoft Edge. I'm going to go right now into Coinbase Wallet, but I'm going to have to do it for my phone because it doesn't appear that we're going to be able to work this any other way. So we're going to type in Shibarium. So again, I do want to point this out. This is what we're looking at for mass adoption. This is not a good look. Now, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this because I am doing this from a phone. We're going to make it full screen here, and I want you to see what I got on my screen for Shibarium, and that is nothing. There we go. Nothing. There's nothing that comes up when you attach to Shibarium.shib.io. So mass adoption is going to be difficult until you make getting on board a lot simpler. Now, the other thing that I did, and I think that this is going to cause a big problem, is let me show you what I did over here, because right now it's not supported. If you come down here, you don't see Shibarium anywhere, but you do see ShibChain. Now, that I think is going to mean that ShibChain is probably going to have a lot of action coming up pretty soon. Right now, you got Daddy Shib out here. I don't know what the market cap is. I'm not sure how this thing is playing out, but you've got a lot of stuff over here on the ShibChain. And this ShibChain, it's a scam, I want to say. Like, I don't see this as being valid. I don't know why it's on here, but you know, again, like we're going up and down this list looking for an easy on ramp. Now, there might be a few of you in chat who are willing to tell me how to get into Shibarium. That's not the point. The point is they haven't made it easy for anything. This Daddy Shib, this crazy sort of thing that like it is very difficult right now for a simple move just to get into Shibarium. Again, I'm not trying to shit on it. I'm not trying to make it difficult for anybody. I'm just showing you this is layman. This is very simple. Now, you got all this going on right here, and you got shib.io, and you go to Shibarium, and there's nothing here. There's nothing here. There's the Shib RPC though, by the way. So just so you know, you can go to the Shib mainnet over here, and you've got all the information that you need in order to get there. And then when I go into my wallet, I do have the chain now live. So it is live in my wallet. I haven't gotten anything yet, but I did import it into my wallet, and it didn't accept into the wallet. So hold on one second. Yeah, Shib mainnet. I do have Shib mainnet in my wallet now. So if I come back out and I go into assets and I go to, well, I'm not connected to it right now. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay, so it's not connecting at this point. Your wallet isn't connected to the site. You should see a connect wallet button. Click it to connect, and it is not allowing me to connect. So making it easy did not happen. So now I'm going to go over to MetaMask, and I'm going to use MetaMask. And we're going to pop this one up. We're going to go to the next mainnet. We're going to add a network. We're going to add, and it's not available yet, so we're going to have to add the network manually. The name on the network is going to be Shib Mainnet. So we're going to pop this up so you guys can see it. I hope you can see it from here. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Network name, Shib Mainnet. New, we're going to copy RPC right here. And then we're going to move that over here. That's starting off telling us the new RPC URL, HTTPS Shib RPC is not valid. That's not good to start off with. Maybe I used a space here though. Let me see. I did not use a space. So let me back up one. There we go. That got it. I know you got to be specific. Chain is 109. So we're going to chain 109. Currency symbol. You know, that kind of would I want to say that could have helped. Not available here. So I mean, do we do Shib? And then Block Explorer. Now again, I don't want to dump on this. I don't want to say that this is not, but we're going to drop this in. So we're going to switch to the Shib mainnet. So now we are active on Shib mainnet, and I've got it labeled Shib up here. So now Now we're gonna have to send money to it, and we're gonna have to send. We're gonna have to send ETH wrapped with SHIB. Is it W SHIB? It doesn't say. And this is what I. This is. Let me come back to this and let me just kind of point out here. Like all I'm doing is trying to take the simplest path to just adopt SHIB. I want to use SHIB right now. I don't want to. I don't want to have an issue, right? So all I want to do is just be able to go to Shibarium and boom, and I can't get there. So there you go. Now, again, you could be looking at me saying, well, it should be easy. It should be very, very simple. Well, it's not. So all of this waiting, all of this stuff, the front end, all of these things should have been worked out in the beginning. This is why SHIB tends to dump on the launch. So let's go take a few moments here and let's go look at price action. Let's go see what's going on here. As you can see right here, Bitcoin fell off a cliff when the Asian markets opened for just a second. It dumped. I don't think it was the Asians, by the way. I don't think the Asian market was what dumped. I think it was the American market trying to manipulate everything over here. It dropped to 28,339 and then immediately got bought back at 28,565. My long doing really good right now. So I'm feeling super good about my position. Now, I did get liquidated for about $1,500 on this dip right here because I was hoping that I set my stop loss at about, or I set my stop, or I was going to get stopped out at 28,430, I want to say. So I was thinking that 28.7, 28.6, it was going to be close, but no cigar. And then I always know that you're probably going to see it go a little bit lower. So I actually threw in like $200 to try to lower the position a little bit today, thinking that, maybe this will just go, this will go down a little bit further because I was looking at, look, the charts obviously look like there was going to be a problem. The market looked like there was going to be capitulation of some sort. So I put down as much as I could to try to prevent the liquidation, but I'm already right here and I'm already down $1,000. What's the other $500? I might as well, or it was $300 at the time, but then I threw 200 more at it to try to save it, thinking that maybe I can get a reversal here and maybe we can get some upside movement, but we did not get it. So liquidated that one. Didn't play a short on it. So now we're just going long and we're going to see what happens. I went long on Bone over here, right down here at $1.20. Just before we came on, it had dropped down into this 120 range. So I'm going to sit on that for a little while and I'm going to see how that goes. Now the question is, have we burned any have we burned anything? Well, let's go back over here to SHIB token. SHIB token not doing anything right now. We don't have anything going on. We don't have updates. We don't have any information going. You go to Shytoshi's, and again, I'm trying to simplify this and say this is the simple way to break this all down, right? Like this should be easy. We are talking about the other than Bitcoin, we are talking about the king of retail, right? The king of retail, right? SHIB is the king of retail, and we can't easily get to Shibarium. I can go to Dex Tools and I can get onto any one of these chains. Now tomorrow, we're probably going to be able to get to Shibarium. It probably will happen. So, I don't want you to think that we're not able to get there or we won't be able to get there. But as of this point right now, look at this. We can't get in there. Shibarium.io. Let's copy and paste this. I'm going to move this to a couple of different browsers to see if maybe it's a browser issue, right? So now I'm trying it on, there we go. Okay, so give me 1 second here because we're going to have to swap. Oh, God damn it. I got a screen that showed me what I needed to see, and then it closed out and disappeared. So it didn't work in Microsoft Edge. This is a brand new, guys, I just bought this brand new laptop. So it's, I may not have Firefox even on here yet. Yeah, I don't have Firefox on here yet. But again, this should be easy. This should be a simple process. So, I don't know what to tell you right now. This was probably the worst of launches. You could not have done a worse job of launching this right now. The fact that it's launched, though, let's at least give kudos and recognize that even though the price is tanking, even though the price is way down, We're still up from when the pump started, right? So if you got in back here when I was saying this is the time to accumulate, you're still doing pretty good. You're still up. I would consider taking my original investment out and letting the rest of it ride. But that's just me. We did not get, and what I said I thought would happen if this was good is we would get to 15,441. We didn't get close to there. The closest that we got was 11,366. So there was that we were a lot of percent off of that one. 34%. We did not get the pump that we were looking for. Now, we could stress that Voyager Digital tanked the market by selling 1.4 trillion SHIB without just out of nowhere as we were getting closer. Stephen Ehrlich was dunking on the market and destroying any opportunity that we had to continue that pump going. And that changed a lot of opinions and created what we're looking at right now. So when you consider that, then you have to look at this and you see a double top, you know that the double top is coming down and that puts us at 92.77 maybe. But right now we're down below 92.77. So that seems to be our resistance sort of area where we're supposed to bounce. So we're going to close that one out. We are under our support line. So what we hopefully can get to is this right here, get a little bit of recovery up to 95. Otherwise, we're probably looking at some more downside. Now, that's just the simple moves on SHIB on the 1 hour right now. And if you want me to show you volume right now, look at this volume. You're going to be like, oh my God, look at this gigantic. This is a gigantic volume flow of red, just murdering everything here. Look at all the red that we've had for the last little bit. So now let's take that and throw in some money flow. Money flow is just now flipping back over positive, which is a good sign. But we've seen money flow come in positive for short periods of time, followed by massive sell-off. So it is entirely possible that, especially when we start to look back here and see that, we're down here in the zone where there's not a lot of interest. This should create a bounce and this should create a lot of movement upwards. So, and by the way, if you're looking and wondering what I'm looking at down here at the bottom, this is basically what you're looking at right here is your RSI, and then you're looking at your money flow, and that's showing you the money flow either coming out or when it pops over the RSI, then the money flow is coming in, and that's the way that it's factoring. So this is an easier way of doing it than checking out the hold on one second. I guess I can take volume off for a little while because that's just driving people crazy. God damn it. Close that out. And Fu Manchu is going to give you the money flow is just not good right now. 4 hour money flow is in the red. On the daily, money flow is in the red. We've got a massive red dot, of course, triggered on it. The 2-day still showing a massive sell-off. So nothing looks good right now when it comes to SHIB, but that will turn around. So now we come over to Bone. Bone looks like a bouncer at this is the 2-day chart. So let's move back to 1 hour and look at it on a lower time frame. Guys, I told you this $1.19 line was a low line, and guess what? It looks like that's where we bounced and found support. Now the question is, can we maintain the support that we found in that zone? So we are dipping way down right here. What we're just looking for, what we would just like to see, is a nice green dot being minted right around this area, signifying that we are back on a positive flow, right? Zoom this back up here, and you can see even if we are coming down, and we do have a bearish divergence that's minted on this chart as well, which we then saw play out on this move right here after this right here. Could this be the end of it? Because we've got a nice wick down here at the bottom, which means that maybe the bottom was in, and maybe we start to find our way back up into the $1.40, $1.50 range. Maybe. It's a little bit early right now to see the lay of the land. We're still down 8%. And this was, by the way, this is 7 o'clock. From 7 o'clock to 8:20, we are down 8% right now. So there was a little bit of holdout, and now we've experienced the capitulation. Leash fell off a cliff, but Leash had already fallen off a cliff and built itself back up. A lot of excitement, a lot of Yeah, you know what? Let's just say this. Let's just say this. These guys, they should have hired me a long time ago to be like the motivator or the person that handles all this stuff for them, because they just obviously do not communicate effectively exactly what's going on. They need somebody on that front line that knows what they're talking about, that knows how to deal with these kind of things. So, but they didn't. So, you never know. Look, I don't want to. It's because of the volatility. Because of the volatility, I don't know where to predict. I'm going to give you guys the best guess that I can about where we are going on leash from now. Again, we did see this wick. We do see the reversal happening, but let's be fair here. Like, that's not going to last most probably. If we see this reverse and start to move around, then maybe so. So, it's possible that this little wicking on the bottom, as you can see here, guys, and for those of you that don't know, I'm very bullish on when you see wicking at the bottom, then that usually means a move to the top. When you see wicking on the bottom like this, then it means a move to the top. Now, is it going to be sustained? I don't think so, but we've got a wick down here. So we could get 1 or 2 hours of movement towards the upside on it before breaking down again, or we could get just a significant move and then another wick like this, and then a continued move to the upside. That could happen. Look, here's what I think. I think that this wants to run. I think that everybody who just dumped I think the dumping is finished right now because, but let's also, by the way, let's kind of look at what played out here. Right here at 4 o'clock when everything was starting. That's where the big dump happened, right? And then what happened? It came all the way down to 90.18, went all the way back up to 94. Perfect opportunity to make a little bit of money. Then it dipped all the way back down a little bit further. So now it's coming back up. If it comes up here, this is going to be the resistance at 93 instead of 94. Then it's probably going to come back down here, and we're looking at 88. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because if I'm honest and if I'm looking, then I'm looking at this thing moving down this direction. And to confirm it, where I'm settling is basically the same pattern, right? So what my indication would be is this, by the way, is going to do the same thing. So we're not looking at a lot of power on the pump right now. So if we get a pump here, maybe we get to 92, 93, right in this range, but then it's going to come back down, and then it's going to go into a lower spot down here at this 88 level. So once you get to 92.50 or something like that, I would be shorting, to be fair, like on SHIB for right now. And look, some of you don't like shorting, some of you don't mind, some of you do mind. But here's the thing. Your job is to make money so that you can accumulate more SHIB. It doesn't really matter how you do it, or if you think it does matter how you do it, that's silly. You should be accumulating in the best way that you possibly can, and that's by playing the market on both sides. And you use one wallet for your futures trading and your derivatives trading. You use another one for your long-term hodls. And if SHIB is your long-term hodl, then you long-term hodl that way. But when this thing pumps up to 92.50, that's going to be time to short it down to 88 or 89 down here, or at least you're going to take that chance. That's the way that that's the way that it's playing out right now. And if you do that, and if you make $300, right? If you just do a small amount and you don't do very much, and you make $300 or you make $100, buy $100 more worth of SHIB and put it into your long-term spot wallet and hold on to it. Now you've got more SHIB. It's very simple. I mean, all you have to do is play the market the way the market is meant to be played, because at some point soon, take away what's happening right now. Take away the difficulties of just finding out what's going on. Take away the difficulties of just getting logged into Shibarium. Take away all of those pieces right now and get to the root of the matter. And the root of the matter is this: SHIB is a long-term project. It's going to do a whole lot. It's going to burn a lot of tokens. So if it's burning a lot of tokens, your value is going to go up just for holding, right? And here we are. We're at 9,200 right now. We just got a pop off of SHIB just a little bit. We're going to move to the 5-minute chart right here, and you can still see the lines that I gave you right here. You can see maybe we're not even going to make 92.50, because on this 5-minute, you can see this is the 50 SMA, and we just wicked onto the 50 SMA. If we don't cross over and we get the sell-off right there, then we're probably coming down into this channel. Like what I'm saying is right here, we've got a wick on top already, which would indicate that there's probably going to be some sell down to 8,900 right here. So This would be where if I'm taking a shot right now, I would say that this is probably the short area. Maybe it comes to here, maybe it comes to here, but it's an opportunity to scrape up a few bucks off of it. And then again, doesn't change your long-term perspective. This is just, it's just how you play the market. And to be fair, what just happened here, we're headed back down. We went down from 92.07. Now we're at 91.79. So we've got a giant wick forming here, which typically means downside. Now you can see up here that we're not getting the same thing. We got this wick right here. We have these big wicks on the bottom signifying a move to the upside. Boy, I really did that one bad. We have these big wicks here signifying a move to the upside, but then we had this wicking right here. So we've got some pressure here to move the price up. But now we seem to be in a zone where the 50 SMA is crossing over. When you got the 50 SMA crossing over, that usually means it's going to be difficult for you to make a move above it. Now, if you can, then that becomes a bullish indicator. And if you can do that over a few minutes, then you get a bounce off of this, and then you've got some more upside to it. So if you get in a long in one of these positions, then you ride it up until you find the spot, right? And that spot seems to be this descending line right here. So we're going to see whether or not this line plays out, or whether or not this 50 SMA coming through here has just screwed everything up, so to speak, on it. So, I mean, and basically we're just guessing at this point, waiting to see what the signals are in order to figure out what the next play is. So while that's playing out, we're going to come over here to Bone, and we're going to see what Bone is doing on the 5-minute chart. We're still on 5 minutes, and we see Bone had a significant move from $1.19 back up to $1.27. It got rejected here. Now, as we come out here, let's look at the daily right now. We can see that this is our resistance right here. This is where we accumulated quite a bit. So if you're seeing it play out right here, right now, then what you're watching is you're watching all of the resistance that we had created the last little while playing itself out. And as you come back through here, you see right there, $1.27. If I come into this range right here, you can see that there was a lot of fighting right in this $1.25, $1.26, $1.27 on the way up when we got to 210 the last time. So, as I see this, and by the way, we're going to remove this line here too, so we can see this a little bit better. As I see this, the best thing that I can hope for right now when I'm looking at, I'm going to move to the hour here in order to do that, but we're going to look at the 50 SMA, and we're going to look at the 200 SMA, and maybe, just maybe, right now, what we're seeing is this move is coming down like that. That's the 50 SMA, and it's not going to do a straight line, by the way. It's going to curve a little bit, but the maximum upside right now, I would say, is somewhere in this $1.40, $1.45 range, if it even gets there. Most likely, your resistance is going to be right in this 135, 36 range. Again, this is most likely. You never know when you have such a volatile market as what's going on right now. I mean, this could run down to a dollar in a heartbeat because things are it's just looking very difficult right now, and it's tough to get a read on. And we're gonna get rid of Daddy Shib, because this whole Daddy Shib is making me that's making me uncomfortable over there. By the way, while we're on this, Lillian Finance is pumping to the moon right now. Was up to 6,600 just a little while ago before a whole bunch of people started selling off. 6,608 is what it got up to, and there was a lot of buying coming in, a lot of buy pressure all of a sudden. And look at this, it continues to show buy pressure as some of these little chads start to do their little sell-offs. It looks like something's going on with Lillian Finance. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I think they won a contest or something like that. So, you might see you might see a little bit of movement if you have Lillian in your wallet. So, if you do, more power to you. I do, as a matter of fact. So that's why I'm looking. But again, Bone, maybe kind of rejects right in this little range right here from $1.33 to $1.37, gets stuck in the mud, so to speak, if it doesn't break out past $1.27. And then, this is going to come down, and we'll see, can we meet up with this at $1.40? Now, if we do, by the way, that is going to be you have to make a decision at this point. Be professional about this, okay? You have to be, at this point, shrewd, because we don't really understand what's going on right now with Shibarium, all this kind of stuff, right? There's going to be plenty of opportunities for people to make money on this in the future, right? But right now, if you have capital in this and you are in profit, this is probably going to be the top for you right now, because there's nothing that's going to pump it until we get some real data. And if that real data comes out and it says that we are burning a significant amount of SHIB, not bone, but a significant amount of SHIB. If we're burning a lot of SHIB in Shibarium over the next 24 to 48 hours, and we start to get data that says that we are burning a huge amount of supply, way more than anybody expected, blah, 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 blah. If we see that happen, then the value of all of this is going to start skyrocketing based on speculation, right? Now, until that speculation happens, we're dealing with the hours, and we're dealing with the minutes, and we're dealing with the trading that we're doing right now. And that trading right now says to me $1.44 is probably where we're going to cap out for right now. And then we're going to come back down here and probably retest 118, maybe even lose 118 if we can even get up there. Since we've had this conversation, bone has dropped from $1.27 down to $1.25. So, and now it's back up to $1.26. It's moving. There's a lot of trade volume, but we're not seeing that big time pump that we would really want to be seeing right now. So I would be a little bit muted about how far or where this can go at this point. So there's going to be some speculation. Some good news might be coming out. You might start seeing some stuff being posted by SHIB in the overnights. You might see. I would log in if I were you. I would log into Discord. I would find out exactly what's going on. They're not really much for replies or anything like that here. Shaitoshi, not either. But Lucy, let's do Lucy right here and see what we got going on here. 37 minutes ago, new profile pic, Shiboshis and Hot Girl Summer. So Shiboshis must be out. So Shiba Inu Shibarium, blah, 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 blah. 43 minutes ago. This is the goes live on mainnet. Users must lock 10,000 bone tokens in the Shibarium network in order to become a validator, while 21 million bone will be reserved as rewards. So, yeah, so we're not really getting, they're not making it easy at this point. So, I mean, let's just, we'll face that and we'll deal with that a little bit later. But so right now, it's looking kind of tired. So now it's time to kind of regroup, and we'll see how this goes, right? So we're going to move on from SHIB just a little bit. Thank you for tuning in if you were tuning in for SHIB, but we got a lot of stuff to cover right now. We got a big wick over here in the total crypto market, which means that we're probably on a pump, or at least we're getting ready to pump over here. When you get this kind of wicking, again, it applies to everything, but when you get that kind of wicking, you're starting to move upwards. That means that we're probably going to get a SHIB pump. We're probably going to get a bone pump. We're probably going to get some pumping in the entire market. Now, again, Bitcoin did a big wick down here at the bottom. So I would expect in the next few hours that we're going to see a significant move. The last time we got a wick this size right here took us from, what is this, 29,101 all the way up to 29,670. So 500 points in a very short period of time. So I would say that we're probably going to be right around here in the next couple of hours at 28,008. That looks to be, if I'm playing that right and if I'm looking at that the right way. Also, a big wick like this down here in this area did cause a spike up to 30,000 the last time to break into that liquidity pool. The liquidity pool, by the way, if you look right here, like it's been swept clean. Here we are right now. So where's the liquidity now? The liquidity now is going to be sweeping its way up through this area all the way up to about 30,000. I want to say right here around 30,000 even. Now on the long term, we didn't even get into the pockets of the 10Xs and nowhere near some of these long-term big ones. So now we've got the liquidity from all of this. The question is, can we move our way through here all the way up to 32,000 if we get lucky, get a lucky break and move into that direction. So the broader market down 2% on Bitcoin, 1.75% on Ethereum, 36 billion in trade volume, a little bit up, 21% on the day, but the market cap did come down. So going up and down the list, we have a big gainer here. We've got Psy up 4%, 7-day total up 2,400%. Really just a gigantic run for Psy in the last bunch of days. So shout out to that. But Rocket Pool had a nice little run today. 7-day totals Thor chain is the big one. Rune token is having a moment. So congratulations, Thor. H-bar still having a nice little move. 30-day total 8 XDC still running. Thor chain, obviously Maker, H-bar, Shib. Didn't see Compound up here. Expected to see Compound here. But we haven't seen it yet. So I think Compound probably due for a run at some point really soon as well. So now over to the meme coin verse. Lillian Finance 54.83. Again, a little bit of sell off every once in a while, but it looks like some big buys coming in, starting to slow down. I don't know how these buys and sells are coming through, but it looks like they're, I don't know, are they timed? Is it somebody? Is it a bot? Is it, I don't know what this is, but I'm still holding on because I'm down like $6 grand. So I'm going to hold on to that shit for a little while. Well, actually, I'm down $5,170, I think, something like that. So we'll see if something comes out of this. Grumpy Cat 4510, Wagme 1572, Wagme continuing to put out upgrades to their video game, which is launching, by the way, in 6 more updates, I want to say. If you come over here and you look at their website, you can see all of the new, this is Archon, this is the new Archon. And as you go down here, there's 7, and they're going to do a countdown, and that's going to be the launch of the game. And of course, if you have a Wagme Genesis NFT, then you get a share of 10% of the proceeds and profit from iOS and Android when this thing launches. Here is, this is Archon. Down here is, this is Temelicus, I think. No, this is Melik Toss. This is the one that Scott Herman was when he was out there. Then you have Apollyon. Then you have Temelicus. All these guys have been redesigned. So by the time you see this game going live, that beta test, all of that kind of shit, you're going to be seeing a brand new looking, everything's going to look brand new in that game. So what you're seeing right now won't even be what you see as the finished product. Deconnect 8310. Volt 2564, still looking for a Volt move. When you look at the hour chart, you can see that there's at least an, there's a little pump here and there. It's going to need a little bit more to sustain. For those of you that were in Ben chat today and you got to see it, myself and Bitboy Crypto, we were having a big discussion. We were talking a lot of stuff. As you guys saw, maybe we'll go to the Super Bowl this year. Maybe I'll get invited. Maybe I won't get invited. But he's going to the Super Bowl for sure. But we did talk about going to a Bears game this year. Like maybe we're going to have a meet and greet up here in Chicago at some point for Ben coin holders. There's one in Melbourne in November of this year. So if you are in Australia and you're a Ben coin holder and you're watching me, thank you for having coffee with Bleeves at Bleeves bedtime. But if you want to, then you could be. You can go to Melbourne in November. I think November 13 was the day. But we're going to have a meet and greet up there. Then, maybe we'll do something here in Chicago. Maybe down in Atlanta, Georgia at Hit Networks. Maybe in Dubai at the new Ben headquarters, if you didn't know that. Ben, one of the important things is, for those of you that like Ben, one of the things to point out is Ben did say he apologizes. He really kind of thought that just kind of jumping in and he could make magic happen the moment all of this stuff, he thought that he could just pump. He just his name alone was going to pump everything, and then he got a dose of reality. So he apologized to people today, and he was like, "Look, I'm sorry. I thought it would, I thought just getting in there would make it go, and it didn't. So, oh well. I'm going to make sure that you guys pump." I put out today that I thought it would do $1 billion because I put out, I have these automated tweets that go out every once in a while, and I'll show you what this was over here. It was. Here we go. Bitboy crushing FUD. That was not it. There we go. Like a retweet. Can Ben coin, led by Bitboy Crypto, hit a 1 billion market cap in the bull run? To which Bitboy replied, I think he just retweeted it. But it was yeah, he retweet. I don't see the retweets. God damn it. Wait a minute. Quote. Yeah, here we go. Bro, let's add a zero so it's at least moderately challenging. So he is telling people right now he thinks he can get this thing to a $10 billion market cap with the help of a good market and a good team of people. He thinks that he can turn Bencoin into something that does $10 billion. So that could be crazy. Crypto Dreams with the $5. Thank you so much. Thoughts on XLM? Thinking about a play on it. Bought some XRP at 59. Thoughts on where XRP is going? Couldn't wait on buying at 45. I would not. I wouldn't touch XRP until I get the price that I want. Like, here's the hard thing. The hard thing is sometimes just making you have to have the patience with the market to wait for the moment. Like, you don't have to be stimulated all the time. Like like for example, if you got in at 59 right here, there it's possible, because here's the trend right now. Trend is your friend, right? Trend is headed down like this. Trend is headed down like this. So if you're going to have a breakout on, and it's almost perfect, right? So you might have a breakout, but if you have that breakout, and by the way, you can also look at where it settles and not just where it's going, but you can see here, like, it's just coming down here to at least 55, most probably. So, you're probably going to deal with 10% loss, 15% loss, and then it's going to test your risk tolerance. So I would not touch it until I get the price that I'm looking for. And here's the thing. You always get the price that you're looking for if you're reasonable about what your expectation is. I said that it's going to come back down to 45, and it's going to come down to 45. It's going to come down to 45 because that's where it was before. And look, Amazon didn't move the needle at all. So XRP is coming back down. We're going to see some lower prices on XRP pretty soon. The way that it bounced, and the bounce that you got, was off of this peak right here, this previous top, which was at 56 cents right here. So that's where this thing bounced, right? But that's not going to sustain. It's going to come back down, and then you're going to bounce off of each one of these spots. You're going to bounce off of this one. You're going to bounce off of this one. You're going to bounce off of the support at this one, which is pretty much lined up with this right here. And it's at 52 cents. And then when that breaks, you're going to come down here to like 50 cents to 50. And then you're going to come down and you're going to be in 45. I mean, that's unless you get some kind of confirmed crazy breakout, then crypto's going to do what crypto's going to do. And look, Bitcoin has not run yet. Bitcoin has not had its big move yet. So you can't expect XRP, you can't expect all these alts to have their big move when you're not getting. You can expect, by the way, something like Ben to have a move. You can expect something like Lillian to go up 100%. You can expect something like Grumpy Cat maybe to pump. It's got a super small market cap, 1.75 million. If it gets to a 10 million market cap, that's 5x from where it is right now. You know what I mean? Like, you can expect some of these smaller caps to do that. You can expect the community in Pepe to pump Pepe at some point when the market starts to rally and reverse. You can expect certain things, and you can get certain things out of these. But out of these altcoins, like these already have billions of dollars of market cap. It is so difficult to get a pump out of all of this. So pushing that is going to be, it's going to be difficult. XLM. And let me get just because I'm comfortable with it, let me get the MEXC perpetual futures for XLM. XLM, same thing. Like, I mean, it's just waning down. Give it a chance to come down. Give it a chance to come down to 9 cents right here. Like, that's your bounce area, maybe. You might even be able to get it down to 9.3 cents. Like, make yourself comfortable on the bottom so that when you're holding on to it, it doesn't suck. Like, that makes holding stuff a whole lot easier. Anyway, back to it. 100x gems. 31.17. Advantis down at 12.57. They've got an AMA tomorrow. I think if you look in chat, you can see that there was an AMA coming in the chat very soon. Vantis AI, when is the AMA tomorrow, or the weekly conversation? 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to check out Advantis AI, you can go check that out. And then you have what do we got? 100x gems, 31.17. Dubai 1542. September, by the way, if you are a Ben holder and you're going to get some Dubai tokens, or a Dubai holder and you're going to get some Ben tokens, or whatever the goddamn case was, that's going to be in September. And I had a discussion, by the way, where I said, look, I don't know I don't know Crypto Wolfie. I assume at this point that he's a good guy. I assume everybody's a good guy until they prove otherwise. But I think that what he's doing is he's using this relationship to pump his token, and that's the Dubai token, and that the best thing that he can do for himself right now is to make it is to space it out, because what he wants to do right now, he's got 1.16 thousand holders, but if he sends Dubai tokens to all Ben holders, that's 27,000 new holders. He's going to use that to make it look like Dubai is getting tons and tons and tons of new investors, and that will make it look attractive to new eyes looking to come in. So all he's got to do is throw a few bucks to a few Ben holders. I don't know how many people are going to qualify as 100 billion, but I assume 2,000 or 3,000 of them. So he's going to double or triple the amount of holders he has, and it's just going to look like something is happening over there when it's not really. So I'm leery about that. And I don't nothing malicious about it. It just makes me nervous when I see stuff like that, because that's the same thing that happened with Ben.eth. He was doing the same thing. So we got Volted lightning bolts in the house. So how much did everybody make on Volti Eco? If you got a nice big bag on Volti Eco, let me know in the chat exactly how much you got, so that we can look at it. Because I'm certainly curious. Isn't today the day that it happened? If that's the day that it happened, and that's the day we got the unlock, we got going live at 5:15 p.m. That was Pablo. Pablo might be live right now. If you haven't gone in there, I don't see going live at 5:15. The first Volti Eco pool officially came to an end. This means that we will now proceed with the VDSC and Volt buybacks and burns, as well as the rewards payouts of the Volti Eco pool. Some important information regarding the next steps. The buyback will be fully completed by Sunday at the latest. It may be processed in one or several transactions. Burns will be completed by Sunday at the latest, but only once. You know what? Let me. I'm going to pop that down, and then I'm going to share a different screen with you guys. If you don't mind reading a telegram, because we got some information. We got an update here from Voltoshi, and it says the first Volti Eco pool officially came to an end. This means that buybacks will now proceed with the VDSC and Volt buybacks and burns. Some important information. The buybacks will be fully completed by Sunday. At the latest, it may be processed in one or several transactions. Burns will be completed by Sunday at the latest. But I don't know if I can make this any bigger. But only once all the buybacks have been fully processed. Rewards will be sent out after the burns are completed, so that the total amount remains unknown until the end of the process. The rewards will be automatically sent in ETH to the holders of the Volti Eco NFTs at the time of the payout. Once the rewards are paid out, a website will be posted. This website will allow you to unstake your Volt tokens or your VDSC NFT. It will only be posted on this account and pinned in our Telegram channel. So you got the results here for this thing. I don't know how much it's going to be. We're going to have to find out. So I don't know. Not true. That's ridiculous. There's new towns. Matter of fact, my town became a city 3 years ago. So not true. There's new cities being formed all the time, but they start off as towns. So if there's no city being built from the ground up, yeah, they evolve from little cities now, because space, right? There's no reason to build just in the middle of nowhere. So there we go. I think we got that kind of wrapped up here. It's time for me to go walk the dog, if you know what I mean. Yeah, my city didn't merger. It didn't merge. No matter how many times you say it, and no matter how many times you go, that didn't happen. Yeah, it did. Our county did not merge. I'm in Lake County. It did not merge. So no. In fact, my town became a city. Simple. Anyway, this is not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back with more Shibarium content in the morning. We'll figure out what's going on. We'll get you an update on at least some of the results. Like, we're going to try to figure out as quickly as we can how much burn is happening, how important that is. Then we're going to look in on Luna Classic. We're going to find out what's going on there, because there's a massive dip on Luna Classic as well. And that's it. We'll talk to you again soon.
Whoa, another shot of the bullet. Loaded, got complex, cocking and pulling. That bottleneck look like the Loch Ness. What are we doing? I'm about to fall out, boy, in the proofs and the pudding. So, can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I ain't mean to call you that.